we are once again for episode 7. We're back doing the pod, doing it all for the Lord God. Yes, we are here. We do the pod. We make you laugh and you crank your hog. Bust a nut. Why is it green? Go to the doctor and I say that please. You're sick. You're sick. That should have never come out of your... Don't do that again, please. Definitely not in front of me, please. Go to the doctor and tell them that your discharge is green and it smells like shit. Do it for me. Yeah. That's the song I wrote for episode 7.
I can't believe that you turned a conversation we had last night into a song.
I try to put my real life into my art. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever you tell me that your pussy discharge is green and it smells like shit, I feel a visceral reaction, and it's not a good one. But I love you anyway. Just so you know.
You can't bring these things up out of context. The song was about episode 7. I didn't say it was about my life. I'm talking to the listener.
Right. I'm just helping to create fictional lore about the song.
When you're on tour, when you're in the van, and you're the one, listen, I'm going to say this, maybe this is controversial. Christian, Dan, if you're listening.
They're not listening.
No, I don't think they are. And that's fine. I don't care. But I'm going to speak my mind on the podcast. I'm not censoring myself. So if you're a bald person or a person with a skinny little neck and you take issue with anything that I say, do not message me.
That's on you, though.
I have to be truthful. I have to speak my truth. Yeah. I'm here to unleash my sick and twisted little mind. But what was I saying?
You were about to say something controversial.
I remember. I think that on tour, mm-hmm. I am the most emotionally stable. Would you agree?
1,000%.
Okay. I'm the most unshakable on tour, which is odd because in the rest of my life I think that's deeply untrue.
It's so true,
but I lock in because I'm an entertainer.
Nothing pisses you off on tour.
I'm locked in because I'm an entertainer and I need to keep the vibe in the van and in the group strong.
Yeah.
So no matter what happens, I'm trying to lock in. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make my stupid little jokes. I'm trying to make everybody laugh. I'm trying to keep the conversation flowing. And I do all of this while driving, so it gets a little dangerous. But
yeah.
And I'm trying to text at the same time.
I get it and I understand why you do it, but I don't know that you have to, because I don't think it affects those guys. I think they're having
it affects me.
I know, but I think they're gonna have a bad time if you did or didn't do that.
You think that
you
think that all the effort that
is for
I'm
you.
telling you, it is for me.
Oh, okay.
It is for me.
Okay.
Because I'm in the van. I'm not trying to sit while the three of you are silent. Otherwise, I have to bring the material. I have
for
to.
Sure.
You
but
know?
You know what? In my defense,
I'm the MC.
I used to ask questions. And then it's like when you get one word answers back, you give up.
I'm the MC of the van, is what I'm saying.
That's true. I think you're the MC of the crew.
I'm the MC of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point. Which is not, I think that is a me issue. You don't always need to be speaking, but I do.
Yes, you do.
I need everybody to be talking at all times. Mm-hmm. I need everybody to be laughing and paying attention to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Is what I'm saying. Where am I going with this?
You a controversial opinion.
I remember.
Okay.
No, I already said the controversial thing.
Oh,
the controversial thing is that I'm the most emotionally stable on tour.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm in that mode, when I'm working, and most of my job, I feel, is keeping the crew entertained.
It's your role.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's your part of your role.
I'm the class clown of Pony.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Big time.
Okay. when you're in that mode, when you're working, when you're in the zone,
Yeah.
for me, and this is, if you're listening, you could take this on too, if you're not doing it already. But it's sometimes best, I think, to just let it cook and say things faster than you think.
Okay.
Just let it come out. Spitballing in a sense. I'm just letting it all come out.
You're intrusive, like you're unfiltered, completely.
I'm just
unfiltered.
letting it all come out.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the things that connect.
Mm-hmm.
And by connect, I mean elicit any kind of reaction,
Right.
whether that's laughter or disgust.
For sure.
And when I find one of those things, I put it back here somewhere so I can
Put in
remember
your bag
it.
of tricks.
Yeah, I put it back here so that later when we're stuck in traffic and we're passing, we're passing the last Taco Bell before we get into New York and there's nowhere to stop. Everybody has to piss. Everybody's in a bad mood. I can say something like, sucking on a turd like a dildo or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You have said that.
And everybody is, because then it's a callback.
But do you worry that you're going to like exasperate that?
I don't think I could exasperate that. What I worry about is that people think I'm a fucking moron.
Because you'll be now, I feel like with us, like specifically in our marriage, you'll be saying stuff for a good long while and you'll be like, you're not going to react to that?
You think
You have
that
nothing to say?
you've been dulled
Yeah.
to my material, my work.
Desensitized to.
But then it just keeps escalating.
I know. But
That's how
so
we
how
went
far are
from
we
me
gonna
saying
go?
pussy shit to me saying my discharge is green and it smells like shit. There's
Right.
a gap in between where you stop paying attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on you. So where this goes
It's my fault.
is your fault.
My responsibility.
And Christian and Dan's fault.
Okay. I'll remember
So-
that. I'll put that
Put that
in the back of my
in
mind.
the back of your mind. What I'm saying is that I'm just looking for any reaction I can get.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm exploiting that.
It's interesting the way your mind works.
But then when you
beautiful,
bring that
a beautiful
up,
mind.
when you bring that up later as if it's just something I said, I feel that that's a little out of context. I feel that's a misrepresentation of me.
But it's so much of who you are now. So like, I don't know, like because Dan and Christian aren't here anymore. So it's just me.
I'm practicing.
Okay.
I'm practicing for when they
Well,
are.
I didn't know that. I just thought this was the new you.
It does. The
Pussy
line
shit.
starts to blur. Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
It's like when you watch those wrestling documentaries and like they start out as a normal family guy. Everybody's happy that there's a family guy,
Mm-hmm.
but then by the end they've murdered their family or
Right.
They've become
A Nazi.
some sort of Nazi, or they have terrible CTE and do bad things. I'm most of the way to having terrible CTE, but instead of it being from wrestling, it's from saying too many dumb things.
We watched a documentary last night called Dig, and it is about two bands that have a kind of rivalry. And I think it would be so fun if we brought back band rivalries, and we could.
I have a million band rivalries. I just don't talk about it.
But talking about it,
I just hate them in private.
We talk about it, and we do like videos like that. That's like, this band, if you're in Detroit, you better get ready, because we're gonna fall. Like, like more threatening. Like, I want to make like...
You want to blend it with wrestling.
Yes!
You want to threaten the bands.
Threaten the bands, and then there's a belt involved, because those belts are so cool.
They are really cool.
They're so
I
cool.
really wanted one when I was a kid.
Oh,
really, really
me
wanted
too.
one.
And I want one still.
Stone Cold Steve Austin had like a special one for some reason. I don't know if like people get special ones, but his had a skull with smoke coming out of the eyes on it. It was so cool. Oh, and you've probably never seen this. I have to show you this. Talk for a second.
But yes, so I think we should bring back rivalries that are just over the top, and like there's bloodshed and it's very theatrical. Like, I feel like music is so boring sometimes. Like, I haven't really been to a show in a while where I was like, whoa, what a show. And I think we could like really learn a lot from the WWE in terms of showmanship, theatrics, commitment to the bit. I just think it would be really cool to incorporate that kind of stuff into. It's interesting, and everybody loves to root for somebody. Like last night when we were watching the documentary, I was definitely rooting for, what was the band?
The Brian Jonestown
Massacre. Even though there's no point in rooting for them in many ways, but I was rooting for them because like, I love an underdog, and basically all I'm saying is like, we're underdogs, and I think you should root for us. And like, I think that everyone else is like excelling and like surpassing us, and I think that it would be really cool if like maybe you'd come see us play a show or two, or like give us money and like buy all our stuff that we make. We work really hard. So just like stuff like that, you know, like more of storytelling, more of like I hate that guy.
I do think that's something that bands can learn from wrestling, particularly traditionalist wrestling, is to maintain the kayfabe. I don't ever
maintain the what?
Kayfabe.
What's that?
It's the thing where they all like in public. It's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really don't want to hear anybody talking about how hard or how expensive it is to be a band anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to see people being like, here's how you can support me. Like, we can't be doing this. We can't. Music is not, there's no mutual fund for this. You know, it's not, we're not, you don't just deserve to succeed. And I think that many people are confused about that. And when you're out here being like, it's so expensive to tour, I had to rent a van and it cost me $15,000 for one tour. It's like, okay, that seems dumb. You know, like, I don't think everybody should be telling me that they're failing. Don't tell me that you're failing anymore.
Because it's bumming you out?
No, it's just, I find it annoying. Like, I want to believe that you're succeeding. Sell me the lie. Sell me the lie is what I'm saying. Sell me the lie.
Yeah, I think in that regard, yeah, totally.
I think we've allowed too much transparency.
Where's the illusion?
Where's the illusion?
The illusion of grandeur.
Don't tell me that you're broke like that. Don't tell me that you're broke in like a weird, sad way. You can make a joke about it.
Yeah, make a joke.
If you're funny, you can make a joke about it.
Make it a
but
joke.
if your whole thing is just like, how can... oh, it's so hard to have a band and work a job. Like, yeah, yeah, everybody knows that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that... I feel like...
I just kind of feel like everybody's...
A lot of people make it their whole personality to be like...
to be a baby.
I'm so poor and broke. And it's like, we get it, brother.
Yeah, me
Us
too.
But we're not...
I'm technically a dependent of my wife. Like,
I spoke with my accountant today on the phone for a good long while, nearly an hour, and she spent a long time being like, you realize on paper this business is failing. And I was like,
of course it is. Of course it is.
I know that.
Who cares? Amazon's failing.
I know what numbers are going up and numbers are going down.
What I wanted to show you quickly was in the 90s and 2000s, there was... I don't know if they still have it. I feel like I haven't seen any talk about it, but there was the hardcore championship, which is like where the wrestlers would like, you know, you could hit each other with chairs and stuff.
I thought you meant like hardcore music.
No. Oh. But like kind of. And this was the belt. Isn't that so cool?
I love the duct tape. That's cool.
That's so awesome.
That's really cool.
That's humongous swag.
Yeah, I just think like when I watch wrestling, I'm so invested and it's so fun. And then when I go see live music, I'm often like this.
What if a wrestler's game, like what if like
that's me holding in and on like.
What if the first wrestling match the guy came out and was like, yeah, it's so hard to be a wrestler. I actually had to take time off work. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Nobody's asking you. Nobody's making you do this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I can't fuck with it. I can't listen to people do that. Like, It's the same thing where people are like, "Ah, man, it's so hard to run a small business." Like, I don't care. I don't care. I know it is.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying, I guess.
Totally.
We all know. We
do.
all know.
Yeah.
So what do you want? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm simply being a hater.
One day we're going to have to ask people for money and they're going to be like,
remember that thing you said? I
Denied.
can't do that.
I know.
I really can't do that. When people are like, we're going on tour, give us money on GoFundMe. Like, no. I've been going on tour for a long time, a very long time. And it's always been expensive and I've always lost money. And like, I don't have rich parents. I live in poverty. Yeah. You just have to do that. That's the whole thing. That is like pursuing your passion and like, yeah. I just think that like if you aren't willing to do that, you could do anything else. Mm-hmm. Nobody's making you do this.
Yeah.
And people will argue like, oh, well, think about all the art that could have been made if people didn't have to engage in capitalism. Like, yeah, okay. But I don't know, like, just stop being a baby. Don't be a baby about it.
Don't be a baby.
I'm tired
anymore.
of being a baby about it.
It
sucks. I know it sucks.
Yeah. It does. And it is Monday, April 29th, and it is 5:53
oh, yeah, I forgot to do that.
p.m., baby. So.
I forgot to do that. A big update in my life is that I saw a TikTok where a woman was rating men's fashion choices.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she said that if you're going to wear shorts with socks, if you're going to wear shorts, you should always wear socks, she said.
Definitely.
I'm very passionate about this.
You should just always wear
socks. You should always.
And none of those little ones, you guys.
No.
Please burn those. Take them into the backyard and burn them, or shred them up and let little animals use them for like fluff in their nest.
Bust nuts in them.
Do not wear those anymore. We're not wearing those.
Don't wear little socks.
Please.
That's first and foremost. If you're wearing sandals, you must wear socks with them.
You have.
That's the swag.
Your feet to be really dirty.
That's simply the swag right there.
Want your feet all dirty and nasty, and I know you do because I see you guys all the time with your nasty little flip flop feet.
And then what? You're gonna come to my house and take your flip flops off and your bare foot in my house? I don't think so. But she said, "Oh yeah, when you're wearing socks with your shorts, have them a little like bunched up, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of I was always doing like,
oh no, bunch is the way.
I was doing like this,
See,
like all the way. And since then, I've committed to a bunched up little life, and hey, I'm loving it. Look at this.
That's really cute.
This is special.
He was actually sleeping upstairs, and I said, "Snail, we're about to do the podcast," and he came barreling down the stairs because he's a star.
He loves being on the pod.
He loves being on camera.
I
don't think he's missed an episode.
No, I don't think he has.
Speaking of sandals,
we have 2 cats,
though. I actually just told Maddie this story. There's a new shoe of the summer right now. And it is, I'm seeing it on TikTok. It's like shoe of the summer. And it's those like little tiny flip-flops that have like a mesh closed toe with the beaded flowers. You could like get them at like a bodega for like $3. That's apparently the shoe of the summer. And I was telling Maddie that I used to actually have a pair of those when I was a teenager. And I wore them to a party once, which it was a shoes off party. So basically I was barefoot in someone's house with my nasty bare feet. I have ugly feet, by the way.
That's one thing about, you know, like I do think it's very weird to keep your shoes on in someone's house. Mm-hmm. I think that's insane behavior.
It's rude.
But when you're having a party, what do you do? Feet. And like all the shoes piled up at the front of the house?
Yes.
I'd be worried somebody put my shoes on.
Well, get this. This is what happened to me. You already know. But
I already know.
I ended up getting wasted at this party, and someone actually tried to make me drink a bottle of piss, and I know who you are, and I remember you. I wasn't that drunk. So
what the hell kind of party are you going to?
Sudbury. So I'm walking home, and I'm like, man, my feet really hurt. In my little flip-flops, I'm walking all the way home. I get home, my feet are full of blood. They're cut up like a little cheese grater. And I look under my flip-flop. Someone at this party, a party full of winners, put thumbtacks in the bottom of my flip-flops. I'm not sure who did that, though. But whoever did that, you're a sicko. You're
sick and twisted behavior.
So if you're going to wear those shoes for the shoe of the summer, just be careful. If you go to a party, keep them on maybe.
But that's what I'm saying.
Wear socks.
I'm going to take my shoes off. What's to stop anybody from playing with my shoes? Sniffing on them?
What about those parties where everyone's wearing the same shoe? Everyone's wearing a Blundstone. How do you know which ones are yours?
How do you know which one's yours?
Yeah. It's like that episode of Sex in the City where her shoes got stolen at the party.
I'm scared of my shoes getting stolen at the party.
That's why I don't go to parties.
There's a guy I knew who his thing was to bust into shoes, into women's shoes. And I think he did it consensually. I'm saying. I'm not making any of that sort of accusation. But what if someone else whose thing is to like secretly bust in your shoes was jizzing into your shoe at the party, and then you put your shoe on? You would never know. So how can you take your shoes off at a party? How could you ever take your shoes off anywhere?
I just don't.
Around people you don't know.
Yeah, like I must have been one ballsy little freaking teen to have nasty, dirty, little disgusting feet all over someone's house. Like, what was I thinking? Because now my feet are socked from the moment I wake up to the moment I wake up, because sometimes I sleep in my socks as well. Because I don't even want Maddie to see my feet.
They should make like an adjustable
sock
flip an adjustable flip flop that's like, okay, so it's like, this is a flip flop in case you've never seen one before. I'm talking about something of a cheaper manufacturing, just probably like a thin sole,
okay,
and like a strap on top, and you can like slide it out longer or something so that you can always have a flip flop at your house for when someone comes over.
Well, you could also have like a little, I've seen this before and I think it's really cute, a little basket of slippers at the door.
That's what I was thinking, but then I gotta buy a whole bunch of slippers.
Yeah, well, just a couple sizes. Just like people can have a slipper that's a little too big for them. Or what about those things that you put on your feet at doctor's offices?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Having those at your house?
That's a really good idea. Like it's like a hairnet for your feet
yes.
type thing.
Yes.
I think we should do that.
Yes.
I think we should do that.
I think we should normalize it because I don't want your nasty feet.
And then you could even keep your shoes on if you want.
True.
Oh, we're on to something here.
But I don't.
At a party, for sure, you could really do that.
People coming to my house.
No, what are you talking about? I don't want people coming to my house,
Ever.
but I'm just talking about like in theory.
Yeah, that could be a cool thing to incorporate.
I think if you're having a party, you should buy those. You can have this idea for free. Next time you have a party, buy those little things.
Mm-hmm. Hair nets for your feet nets.
Might be a little slippery, but hey.
It also could like kind of clean your floor a little bit.
It could clean your floor a little bit. Spray your floor with some kind of like all-purpose cleaner.
Yep.
Before people show up and then they walk around.
Soak the little socky booty things in like Pledge. So they're polishing the floor while they're getting wasted at your house, puking in the toilet, getting chunks of
spitting
nasty
on the
food
couch,
everywhere.
Walking backwards up the stairs, pissing down them. Peeing in the garbage can next to the toilet.
Eating brie with their hand and just putting it in their mouth, even though you spent a lot of money on that brie.
Melting a spoon into a pot of hot oil while making French fries and then eating them anyway.
Puking on the floor because you think someone's in the bathroom, but really no one was in the bathroom at all.
Pissing in your pants.
Pooping in your pants.
Pooping in your pants. Falling asleep outside. Everybody draws on you with a marker. You don't even really notice until the next day. And then you just hang out the whole next day.
Why not?
You don't go to work. You just hang out. You don't shower or anything, though. You just hang. Go into your job. First day at your job the next day at Old Navy. After you've thrown up all night.
Could be you.
Could be someone like me.
Could be just anyone.
Could be anyone.
It's looking ominous outside.
It is looking ominous. Rains a lot in the spring,
I guess so.
What's your least favorite weather?
Cold rain.
Cold rain sucks.
Because cold snow is kind of fine because the snow is like so icy.
Cold snow is magical.
Yeah, and it doesn't
beautiful.
Like stick to you and make you wet. But cold rain, hot rain, love.
I don't love hot
sexy
rain.
little hot rain. Like you're out and you're like, oh my God, I forgot to wear a bra today and I'm wearing a white
maybe I
shirt.
like hot rain.
It's hot raining and I'm walking home, and when I get home, my nipples are out.
Maybe I do like hot rain after
Hot
all.
rain. Or kissing in the hot rain, and it's like in Backstreet Boys music video.
And your nipples are out.
You can't do that in the cold rain because it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, you might get cold.
But yeah, that's my least favorite. How about you?
I agree with that. Damp and cold. One time I was on tour. We went to Portland, Oregon.
I hear it rains there.
It was like October, very cold. The most miserable I've ever been. Pretty consistently, the most miserable I've ever been has been in Portland. I think my two least favorite American cities I've ever been to, Houston and Portland, I think.
I feel like I can't really judge them because
But what about the ones you've been to?
We're so in and out.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't like Indianapolis.
Yeah. Not really rocking with Indianapolis that much.
But I loved Bloomington.
But you know what I do think about is that the Dunkin' Donuts we went to Indianapolis.
Which one was that? Oh, and all the ladies loved me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like that one. That was cool. Also, like, one of my favorite TikTok accounts is actually a real estate agent from Indianapolis, and I love her content, and pretty much every house I see is freaking gorgeous.
There's a lot of beautiful houses in Indianapolis, and they're very inexpensive because nobody wants to live there, and I don't blame them at all.
I'm trying to think of, like, somewhere else that I didn't like.
Rochester, New York.
Yeah, nothing really
Stanks.
there. Buffalo. What kind of border city is that?
I'm being too tough on Rochester because Buffalo is way worse.
Buffalo is absolutely nothing. I'm sorry.
Okay, so every time I've been to Portland, I've been cold, first and foremost. Secondly, they have the vegan strip club. I found out the strippers aren't vegan.
Seems like a lie to me.
That's, to me, like, I know they have vegan food, but everyone should
You
be
want to
vegan
eat some vegan pussy?
for money.
They pay you because you're so good at it.
That's true. And the other thing is that I tried to go to the donut place, Voodoo Donuts, I think it's called. I waited a really long time in line, and when I got to the guy, he had just sold the last vegan donut.
Ugh.
So I've kind of only had bad times there.
Oh, I went to Vegas and had a bad time, but I think I could have a good time in Vegas if I was with the right people.
Vegas is awesome.
Yeah.
Vegas might be my number one American city.
I just had a bad
I need
time
to go
there.
back.
I want to go back.
I don't like gambling. I don't like any of the general degeneracy that people love about Vegas. I just think I love the vibe. I love the way it looks. I love Ronald's Donuts. Ronald did not fuck around. He had so many donuts. There's that other place I want to go to, the vegan place. I like walking around a casino.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have the pyramids. And I think they have...
Bed bugs.
Do they?
A lot.
Is that a big thing?
Yeah.
Well, who cares? Whatever.
Who cares? Who doesn't?
Yeah. They have the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah.
You don't got to go to France. You can go
like
to Las Vegas.
My favorite thing that I did when I was in Vegas was we went to like this area that was like kind of like an older area, and it had like all these old like signs from like old like vintage like light up signs, and it was like an alley of vintage like light up signs and stuff, and that was so cool. I would love. Sorry, I have debris in my eye. I would love to do that again. I want to go to Vegas. We should go to Vegas and renew our vows at one of those drive-in places because I think it would look really cool.
That's true. If I were to go on vacation, I would go to Las Vegas, I think.
Cool.
Where else is there?
I saw a TikTok. I'm really on TikTok these days. I saw a TikTok of a person who went to a vegan, all-inclusive resort in Mexico.
Oh, that sounds
And it
bomb.
looked
That's my dream.
amazing. I would do that for sure because also like you just know like every meal you're gonna have you can eat. You don't have to do like any subs or anything like that.
People always
to me
say
like
stuff
a vacation.
like an all inclusive. The food kind of sucks. I don't care. I want it for free. Yeah. I want to eat as much of it as I want.
Yes.
And not have to think about that.
Yeah.
All vegan, I'd be going
oh my God.
batshit crazy.
So amazing.
That would be awesome.
I feel like that would be like a true vacation for me.
Stay in the hotel.
Yes, because
don't
like,
go to the beach.
What I hate so much about tour, and like I'm not trying to compare tour to vacation because it's not like
It's
vacation
not.
at all. But like you're in a new place. But like my least favorite thing is finding somewhere to eat.
Uh-huh.
And I think that if I was on vacation, finding somewhere like cool to eat would be triggering for me. You know?
Yeah,
I'd be like,
for sure.
I don't want to. So if I was at an all-inclusive resort that had only vegan food, I feel like I would actually truly be able to enjoy myself.
We're going on vacation, so I got this GoFundMe up. It's really hard to be a person on vacation these days, so please make sure to contribute to our GoFundMe. The goal is $500,000. I'm going to need that so I can go on vacation to the all-inclusive in Mexico and really have a good time watching HGTV in the hotel room. I'm going to crank the AC up. I'm going to...
Not too high, please.
Oh, so high. It's not going to smell weird in the hotel at all. There'll be no bed bugs where I go because I spent a lot of money. Because I need a lot of money. GoFundMe.com/Maddie and Sam are going on vacation. It's so hard being a band on vacation these days. So please, if you can, contribute to the band going on vacation. I need this so badly.
Help us.
Love you.
Bye.
This has been episode 7.